Hi, Ben here from Trident Fly Fishing, back with another quick take. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new Orvis Superfine Glass, which is one of the oldest series in the Orvis lineup, and we're here to find out if it kicks glass. Stay tuned. So on the new Superfine, Orvis has borrowed some of the componentry from other rods, like this reel seat from the Helios, which is really nice, and they've also outfitted it with some totally different componentry, like these super traditional looking stripping guides. But all in all, they've crafted a rod that has that sort of traditional look and feel that you'd expect from a glass rod, with just a little bit of a modern edge to it. It's a great looking rod, but definitely not something like the old Helios 3 that was going to stand out on the water. This is a rod that really blends in, and that's something I like. Now, Orvis has selected all new glass and really designed this rod to have a wider range than your traditional glass rod. And I think by and large, at least with this 763 weight, they've achieved that. And we've actually been able to cast several other rods in the lineup, and that stays true for most of those rods as well. Where a lot of the glass rods on the market are very soft, this rod uses more modern glass to really give it a little bit of a carbon fiber feel. And unlike the butter stick, which was a little bit too stiff, this rod really has a much more glass-like feel to it, and it really has a much more progressive action throughout. So if you need to make a short, delicate little presentation with a wolf triangle taper like I've got here, you'll be able to do that. But on the other hand, if you're fishing that spring creek and you want to make a longer cast, you don't necessarily need to go out and buy an all-new rod to do that. I just wanted to take a moment to remind you that 100% of our funding for these videos comes from your purchases at tridentflyfishing.com. So if you're enjoying this video, help us out by making your next tackle purchase at Trident Fly Fishing. And I think that makes this Superfine Glass a great option for people who just want to fish glass all the time, or who are generally going to be fishing smaller to medium-sized rivers. Of course, with that extra flexibility, you are going to see an increase in price, and this rod starts out at just a hair under $500, and it's definitely going to be more expensive than the entry-level rods like the Echo River Glass or the Redington Butter Stick. But I feel like all in all, that's a good value. This is a made in the USA rod. It's got nicer componentry, nicer cork, and it's just going to be a more user-friendly option. In terms of line choice, I've got a wolf triangle taper. I think there are probably better options out there, something like a Rio Gold, or for a really off-the-wall choice, an Orvis trout taper. Both of those are going to work really well on the Superfine, depending on your casting style and how far you're going to be fishing. Tell us what you think about fiberglass rods and what your favorite glass rod is by leaving a comment in the box below. I'm Ben, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.